The internet just caught fire like someone tossed a lit match into a gasoline bathtub. Because the truth about Katt Williams' most hated enemy has finally spilled. And trust me, this beef makes the Kardashians look like they're running a meditation retreat. This isn't some small disagreement, not a petty feud, not a celebrity side-eye situation. No, this is full-blown career-long, soul-deep hatred that Katt carried with him like emotional luggage on a one-way flight to chaos. And the craziest part, the real reason behind it is way darker, pettier, and more shocking than anyone ever imagined. This wasn't your average Hollywood tension. This wasn't a joke gone wrong. This was a grudge marinated for years, the kind of bitterness you can smell through the screen. Katt didn't just dislike this man. He despised him with the passion of 1,000 canceled tours. He roasted him publicly, privately, spiritually, and every time we thought he moved on, he came back swinging like the feud was paying his rent. And now, the truth has finally leaked. And once you hear what really happened between Katt Williams and his biggest enemy, you'll understand why the internet can't stop screaming, "How is this real?" Welcome to Expose Express, where celebrity grudges aren't just drama or volcanic eruptions waiting to blow. The moment Katt Williams first hinted that there was one man in Hollywood he hated more than anyone, fans became certified detectives in under 60 seconds. People replayed old interviews, paused clips, frame by frame, analyzed tone, posture, eyebrow angles. You would think they were solving national security cases instead of comedian drama. Because when Katt hates someone, he doesn't sprinkle shade. He delivers full Category 10 emotional hurricanes. To understand how deep this beef goes, you need to understand Katt. He's not a smile through the pain Hollywood performer. He's a flamethrower with a microphone. He can destroy an entire career with one sentence wrapped in a joke. His interviews feel like boxing matches disguised as comedy specials. So when he says he hates someone, it's not lightweight tension, it's nuclear level. Resentment simmering for years. Rumor has it the feud started long before the internet even existed to witness the chaos. It began backstage in dimly lit comedy clubs where egos were louder than microphones. Katt was grinding hard, building a legacy joke by joke. And then one day, this particular comedian stepped into the picture slick, polished, favored by Hollywood. The man acted friendly, but behind the scenes, he was allegedly stealing opportunities like a thief in a designer suit. As Katt rose to fame, so did the tension. The industry started treating this rival like the safe pick, the one they wanted to groom and protect. Suddenly, roles Katt auditioned for ended up in the hands of the very man he disliked. Rumors spread that this guy whispered into executive ears, planting seeds of doubt about Katt's behavior, reliability, and stability. And Hollywood loves a controllable personality. Katt, not that the real breaking point came when executives allegedly told Katt, "We found someone who can replace you." That someone, the man he now hates with historical force. Imagine being told the industry wants a cleaner, shinier, non-controversial clone of you, someone who got the shortcut. The easy version, the door you built kicked open by someone else. The betrayal was personal. Katt didn't stay quiet. He began throwing verbal grenades in interviews. Subliminals became direct shots. Comedy specials included lines clearly aimed at this man, that kind of pain-polished tint to humor only Katt can deliver. Fans laughed before realizing, hold up, that wasn't a joke. He meant every word. The internet caught on. People started naming names, and the beef officially left the shadows. But the real betrayal, a leaked story claimed this rival sabotaged one of Katt's biggest career by opportunities by trashing his name behind closed doors. Not just he's difficult, no deep personal attacks meant to kill his career. That moment solidified the hatred permanently. The trust shattered. The friendship died. The war began. From that day on, Katt didn't speak of the man. He spoke against him. Not subtly, not lightly, but with the kind of venom usually reserved for lifelong enemies. Fans took sides. Celebrities whispered opinions, and the comedy industry quietly pretended nothing happened. But Katt never hides pain. He repurposes it into punchlines that draw blood. And he never forgot what the man did. This grudge. It wasn't just about career sabotage. It was about respect. It was about loyalty. It was about the one person who crossed him deeper than anyone else, and the internet had no idea the real storm was still coming. Once the internet realized Katt Williams wasn't just throwing random shade but firing precision missiles at one specific man, the entire celebrity ecosystem went into panic mode. This wasn't casual beef anymore. This was Hollywood civil war. And everyone with a microphone suddenly acted like they knew something. Clips resurfaced, old interviews got dissected, and fans started behaving like forensic experts determined to uncover the truth that Katt had been hinting at for years. The more people dug, the uglier the story became. The rival, the man Katt allegedly hated more than anyone, suddenly found himself under the world's brightest spotlight. People replayed his old interviews and noticed something suspicious. Whenever Katt's name came up, the dude shifted in his seat like he was sitting on a cactus dipped in lava. He threw fake compliments laced with hidden insults, smiled too hard, laughed too loud, and looked like he was trying to hide a lifetime of guilt under a thin Hollywood grin. Fans said the energy was off. Katt said the energy was evil. And honestly, both might have been right. The internet then did what it does best. It dug up every moment where the rival tried to look like the industry favorite. Suddenly, people realized he was always handing out rehearsed answers, playing safe, being overly respectful, and acting like he was allergic to controversy. He positioned himself as the clean version of Katt, the non-threatening option, the polished alternative. And Hollywood ate it up like free sushi. Executives love control, and this man was a dream for them. Meanwhile, Katt kept dropping bombs. There's a man out there getting praise for work that ain't his. Hollywood loves a puppet. People get famous by copying the master. Fans screamed. Because Katt doesn't talk in riddles, he talks in flaming arrows. Every line pointed directly at one person without saying his name. And the internet was piecing together the puzzle like investigators, solving a scandal involving missing millions and forged signatures. Then came the celebrity reactions, and that's when the story exploded past comedy and into mainstream chaos. Tiffany Haddish laughed too hard when asked about Katt's comments. Mike Epps threw subtle shade at the rival on Instagram. Snoop Dogg posted a cryptic video about fake clowns in the business. Even Kevin Hart, yes, Kevin Hart got pulled into the crossfire when fans noticed. Katt's roast sessions were way too specific. Whenever Kevin's name came up, people were like, wait, is that the man Katt hates most? Is Kevin Hart the enemy? Is he the one behind the scenes? Did he benefit from Katt's downfall? Did Hollywood crown him while they buried Katt? That question alone broke Twitter for an entire night. Some fans defended Kevin, saying he earned his place through hustle. Others said, nah, Katt been hinting at this. People pointed out that their careers overlapped suspiciously. The same studios that dropped Katt suddenly boosted Kevin. Roles Katt auditioned for ended up in Kevin's hands. Opportunities Katt lost magically landed in Kevin's lap. The timing wasn't just convenient. It was strategic. Theories grew louder. Some said Hollywood blackballed Katt to uplift Kevin. Others claimed Kevin didn't sabotage anyone. He just benefited from the system. But a dangerous group whispered that Kevin actively pushed Katt out by playing politics behind closed doors. A few even claimed he repeated some of Katt's comedic style early in his career. But the most viral moment came from an interview where Katt said, "Some people get everything handed to them because they're willing to do anything for it." Fans nearly fainted because everyone assumed he was talking about Kevin. Kevin pretended not to notice the storm. But silence is an answer, and fans treated his silence like an accidental confession. Memes took over instantly. Half were roasting Kevin, half were roasting Katt for holding onto the grudge like emotional carry-on luggage. But all were hilarious. Katt hates Kevin more than Kevin hates height. Measurements. Katt versus Kevin is the comedy infinity. War Katt talking about Kevin like he stole his entire tax return? The internet couldn't breathe. But the rivalry wasn't just about jokes or career sabotage. Fans uncovered the real tension, a disagreement about authenticity. Katt accused his enemy of being a Hollywood puppet, a corporate comedian molded for mass consumption. Meanwhile, Katt saw himself as the authentic, raw, unapologetic genius who refused to be controlled. He built himself from street comedy, real pain, real struggle. The rival allegedly built himself through PR teams, brand deals, and industry connections. The roast battles between their supporters got so heated that entire social media pages were dedicated to decoding the feud. Fans made timelines comparing their careers, side-by-side analyses of their comedy styles, and conspiracy charts that looked like FBI crime boards. People treated it like Marvel lore. It was wild. Treated it like Marvel lore. It was wild. Then came the moment that shifted everything. A leaked backstage story claiming the rival told producers Katt was unreliable, emotionally unstable, and not worth the risk. If true, that single sentence could have cost Katt millions. That single sentence could have been the reason roles vanished. That single sentence could have turned rivalry into lifelong hatred. Fans were outraged. Katt's supporters called it career assassination. Supporters of the rival said it was business. Hollywood insiders refused to comment, which made it even sketchier. But Katt, he didn't deny a single rumor. He leaned into his hatred harder. He sharpened it, weaponized it, turned it into a comedic sword. It wasn't just beef anymore. It was betrayal. It was pain. It was a Hollywood crime scene wrapped in humor. And the worst part? The story wasn't done. Because the aftermath of this feud, the reputational damage, the celebrity division, the fan wars, the fallout from Katt Williams' explosive hatred didn't just rattle Hollywood. It split the entire entertainment world like a celebrity earthquake. Suddenly, comedians weren't just telling jokes. They were choosing sides like it was the comedy civil war. Fans were arguing harder than sports fans during finals season. The media was running headlines faster than Katt runs punchlines. This wasn't gossip anymore. It was a cultural event. Everybody wanted a front row seat. The rival Oval, who had been surviving the backlash with PR rap-roofed silence, finally cracked. His team released a statement so vague, so polished, so carefully worded that people joked it sounded like it was written by 3 lawyers, a therapist and a publicist holding a hostage negotiation. It said things like respect, misunderstanding, industry pressure, and miscommunication, but somehow said nothing at all. Fans tore it apart instantly because the internet has no patience for corporate poetry. Katt, on the other hand, wasn't buying this sweetened apology letter disguised as professionalism. He doubled down harder than a Vegas gambler chasing a losing streak. He went back on interviews, podcasts, comedy specials, and every time someone even breathed the rival's name, Katt unleashed fresh fireworks. He didn't backtrack. He didn't soften. He didn't pretend things were fine. He made it clear forgiveness was not on the menu, not even as a seasonal item. Fans began speculating that the hatred wasn't only about career sabotage, it was about principle. Katt had always prided himself on being real, raw, unfiltered, and unapologetically authentic. He hated Hollywood fakeness more than paparazzi hate privacy. So seeing someone cruise to the top by being overly polished, controlled, packaged, commercialized, it clashed with everything Katt stood for. To him, it wasn't just rivalry. It was an insult to the art of comedy itself. And then came the biggest twist of all. Multiple comedians publicly admitted Katt wasn't lying. A few came forward saying the rival did play politics behind the scenes. Some said roles were shifted unfairly. Others said executives were more interested in brand-friendly comedians. A few even admitted they saw shady moves happen in real time. That changed everything. Suddenly, it wasn't just Katt ranting. It was Katt being right. Dangerously, right? With the truth unraveling, Hollywood's facade began to crack. Fans questioned everything. How many comedians were sacrificed for industry favorites? How many careers got buried because someone else played nice? Did Katt get blackballed for being honest? These weren't wild conspiracy theories anymore. They were legitimate questions the industry couldn't ignore. Meanwhile, the rival's fan base tried to defend him. But the internet had already shifted in Katt's favor. The rival's silence wasn't strength, it looked like guilt. His public appearances felt awkward. His jokes suddenly didn't land as hard. His interviews felt plastic. It was like the illusion cracked, and people finally saw the machinery behind him. Katt didn't stop there. He made sure the legacy of this feud would be remembered in one interview. He said, "There's two kinds of comedians. Those who earn their shine, and those who sell their souls for it." Fans screamed. Because even without names, everyone knew exactly who he meant. But the consequences weren't just emotional, they were career-shifting. Comedy clubs began booking Katt more aggressively again. Streaming platforms promoted his specials harder. Younger comedians praised him publicly. Podcast hosts treated him like a prophet. Influencers edited his interviews into motivational clips, like he was Tupac reincarnated. Meanwhile, the rival noticed a dip. Not huge, but noticeable. Fans questioned authenticity. Comment sections filled with "Did Katt mean you?" Clips of him started trending for the wrong reasons. Even his stand-up sets felt tense because the feud followed him everywhere like a shadow. Some Hollywood executives panicked, not because they cared about the feud, but because they hated when the truth leaks. Sweaty meetings were held. PR strategies were drafted. People tried to push the unity narrative. But Katt wasn't interested in Hollywood peace treaties. He wasn't playing politics. He was playing truth-telling, and he was winning. Then came the moment that sealed this feud in history. Katt revealed that the real reason he hated the rival more than anyone was because the betrayal wasn't professional, it was personal. He trusted him. He believed in him. He helped him. He uplifted him early in his career. And in return, the rival backstabbed him for fame, threw him under the bus, spoke against him in rooms Katt wasn't in, used Katt's downfall as a ladder rung. Katt said one line that broke the internet: "It's not what he took from me, it's what he tried to take from my kids." Fans were shook. Theories exploded again. People assumed money, opportunities, legacy, reputation, something major. And that's when the hatred made sense. Not petty, not simple, not shallow, but rooted in real betrayal, deep betrayal, the kind that scars you forever. The internet finally understood. Katt didn't just hate him. He mourned the friendship. He resented the deception. He despised the fake love. And in the final interviews of the saga, Katt said something chillingly iconic. "Some people are born to shine. Others are born to steal the light." Fans tattooed the quote, clipped it, memed it, turned it into gospel. The feud didn't end with reconciliation. It ended with revelation. And the revelation rewrote comedy history. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the volcanic unfiltered, career-shaking truth behind the one man Katt Williams hated more than anyone in the entire entertainment universe. If you made it through this emotional demolition derby without fainting, congratulations! You're officially immune to Hollywood drama. This wasn't a feud. This wasn't a disagreement. This wasn't some PR manufactured storyline. This was betrayal so real you could smell the smoke through the screen. And the craziest part, we still don't know half of what Katt is holding back before you sprint into the comments to pick a side and type an essay like you're testifying in court. Make sure you smash that like button like you're ending generational curses. Hit subscribe the same way Hollywood hits the panic button every time Katt Williams opens his mouth. And ring that notification bell so aggressively it needs therapy afterward, because here at Expose Express, scandals don't drop occasionally. They detonate daily. If you blink, you miss a whole plot twist. Now let me know in the comments, whose side are you on? Was Katt justified? Did Hollywood play dirty? Did the rivals sabotage him intentionally or just benefit from the mess? I want to see your wildest theories. No holding back. This channel feeds on chaos and honesty. It's just like Katt himself. And don't even think about leaving. Okay? Because the next story brewing behind the scenes makes this feud look like toddlers arguing over crayons. More secrets are leaking, more receipts are loading, and more Hollywood masks are about to fall off in real time. This is Expose Express, where the truth comes loud, messy and uninvited. Every single time, uninvited. Every single time.